Hello everyone, Granite Roots. Another night roaming on my core Sword Dagger Thief. You got this guy coming up around here on the bridge. He's gonna be looking for a fight, and that is fine. And again, you see the green Zerg up there, so I'm gonna be mindful of who's gonna be coming down to chase me. Of course, I like to stay mounted, get an extra skill of his on cooldown. So this is gonna be pretty good. My one problem I still run into is I keep wanting to use skill 2 to close the distance, like I'm going to try to do here, and I forget it's still on cooldown, and that gives him time to heal, recover, or do something else. Luckily, I don't usually have a whole lot of boons on me, so that bubble didn't really affect me. So he's got a helper. I'm going to still try and stay and finish the job. I'm still not very good at 1v multiples, although slowly getting better. And I'm going to... Here I thought that he was rezzed. I was trying to keep the pressure on him, but he wasn't. It turns out he ended up using downstate. If I'd known that, I just would have kited him the whole time. Instead, I'm trying to secure the kill. Either way, I still win, but usually I just don't mess with him. So this guy comes back, and I'm just gonna get out of there because there's another guy coming in. Alright, for you guys that do not like thieves, this one's for you. Found a Deadeye roaming. I thought I'd kind of take the high road, and here's the fight. And again, just still got to get better with Sword 2. Interesting thing though, he got very lucky. I could have finished the fight sooner, but when I went to use Steel, he had just vanished and ended up retargeting to his minion. And that he gets from some kind of sigil on his weapons, you guys, or whatever you spawn with. I mean, at first I was confused. I'm like, is this a thief or a necro? But I remember there's some kind of sigil or rune that spawns a little minion, which is great for retargeting, as you see. Alright, this guy was trying to catch up to his Zerg that went towards our north camp. I don't usually like to use skills to dismount people, because that puts me at a disadvantage, but I also don't like letting people get away. So to close the gap, I use skill 2 to steal, because skill 2 doesn't necessarily need to be in range to still function, but it will bring you closer to that target. So I use that twice in this fight. And this Dragon Hunter right here, pretty good fight. He's going to try and run away again. But then when I get close to him, he's going to it's almost like he just gives up. Ready? Watch this right here. He just kind of stands there. Probably just frustrated because you can't get away from a thief. I totally can understand that, but he could have still fought and won. Alright, interesting. Watch this Necro. You guys, tell me if there's a desync here, a glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. Watch his movement. Ready? He's going to skip around real quick and come towards me down the hill. Here we go. He's going to dismount, and I'm going to see him skip. Look at that. Nobody else on the screen is doing that. Just this guy. Look at the way he moves so fast skipping around. I don't know. I wonder if it's a desync issue, but I fight him again later on in the tower itself. He goes down and I stomp him, and he's right in the place where we stomp him, so that would not imply a desync issue. So I'd really love to hear from you guys what you think that is. If I'm just imagining this guy might be doing something a little nefarious here. People are known to cheat, but also it's not fair to just assume that either. Maybe some of you have seen something like that before. This warrior thinks he's going to get away, but he is not. So we're going to continue on to help our peeps defending the tower. I'm just going to pick away at the edges. Of course, I like to use the short bow, skill 4, choking gas for poison and interrupts, and then just spam skill 1. And of course, this guy not paying attention to who's behind him, I was able to walk up behind him and use the whirling axe that I stole from the warrior. But look at all the damage you get even with skill 1. It's kind of nice because it bounces. Okay, the Necro's going to circle around on me in a little bit. We have a guy over here going to try and res. You can see my incompetence. I keep getting too close going through the gate. Luckily someone else is better than me and rezzed him. Okay, I'm going to take out some guys at the bottom here. Stinks when you fall off the ramp. So you can see I'm still getting good damage numbers with those. even though it's an auto attack. And how, there's that. See the Necro on the left hand side? There he is. He's going to come back towards me. Almost looked like he disappeared there for a second too. Interesting. He's just skipping. But either way, whether he's cheating or not, he's going to die in a second. I'm going to use a skill 2 on the short bow, which does, look at that, 6k. Put him right down. I don't use that skill much, but it is useful. Especially when you're encountering a thief that throws up Shadow Refuge. Just start spamming that side, usually drops him every time. And his friends that are in there, if they're in there as well. Or they just gotta risk reveal himself. This guy was trying to play Ring Around the Rosy Peekaboo on the rock. I'm going to surprise him on the other side. Of course, he's going to drop all his wells, which is smart. That's what I would do, because when you're fighting thieves, AoE is a good way to go. Had him almost there, and again, I'm going to skill 2 in the wrong spot. Give him a chance to heal and move some pressure. He did chilled to the bone there. Get out of there real quick. Very good skill. Used my heal skill on time this time. Did it right. And he is down. So as a thief fighting these guys, you want to move. Okay, so here's Dragon Hunter. I think he just wasn't interested in the fight. Finally decides enough's enough. He's going to drop traps. I'm going to dodge out of him. Thankfully he went down already. Dodge back in. And he knocked me down on my thing. Another good way to interrupt the thief's special little stomp. Thief comes in to help. Here's another thief for you guys. I don't know if he's confused or what he's doing, or if he just gave up. Love to say this is a 1v multiple win, but it is not. It's against the DPS column. Maybe 2. Alright, this is that same Necro we played Peekaboo with. Again, we're fighting open field. He's got a spear. I haven't done much with Necro Spear. I should probably do more with that so I can learn what the skills are, run a Necro with it. Be more familiar so I know how to manage that. And really, that's part of how you want to win fights, is knowing other people's builds. And see, I waited on my heal there, and because I did, I was poisoned when I did it, so I didn't get as much healing. I had to get better with that. But yeah, knowing someone else's builds, I run them. Mostly it was to help other people, but it helped me know what's coming in next, what kind of rotation to expect. So this is the end of this run. It's a pretty good run tonight. Kind of rusty, but I'm getting back in the rhythm. So let me know what you think about that Necro, what was going on there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have the most excellent day.